So hello everyone, good evening. So, and today, tonight I will talk about the scientific paper writing. This is a class 1, right? And me, MD Jalaluddin, I'm the PhD candidate, School of Atmospheric Physics. Those who are out of China can download today's materials from the video description, because I will upload the class materials and recording on my YouTube channel, so everyone can download and can see. But I also upload the materials in WeChat, so even you can download from there, right? You can download the video and keep it, and maybe you can see for your future purpose, right? So, let's start now, scientific paper writing. So this is the class outline. So the first class will focus on title, abstract, keywords, and introduction. But before I talk about this title, abstract, and keywords and introduction, I will talk some very important issues that you know before writing a paper or before starting your research. So you need to know this thing, right? I will talk, then I will go the practical session. Then the class 2 will be data and methods, then results and discussion, and summary or conclusion, and finally we need to manage the reference, right? So I will show you how to manage citation and reference using Mendeley software. It's very useful, it's free, everyone can use, and within second or within minute you can finish your reference. Whatever your journal, you just select your journal and finish, right? So I will show you how to manage the reference. Don't worry. If you do manually, it will kill your time and you will be confused, like different journals has different styles. So if you just follow comma, semicolon, etc., 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 you'll die. So use Mendeley software and select the journal, and Mendeley will do for you. Okay? This is the class outline. Now, be response and share your ideas, whatever it can be wrong or right? We'll learn. So what qualities should you have to publish a good paper? Like you are a researcher, you want to publish your paper, like from 2019, right? You need to publish your paper if you want to get your degree, whatever, a master's or PhD, right? So if you want to publish a paper, so as a researcher, what qualities should you have? Anyone can share ideas?
Writing skills.
Then?
Data.
Anyone? Yeah.
So, first of all, one should have the ability to express whatever data he or she has analyzed and try to convince the readers with, let's say, strong references from the other studies.
Please speak loudly so it's recording so other people can.
So try to convince the readers using references from other studies, similar studies. Well, it should be like clear, then comprehensive.
Yeah. Share your ideas. It can be right or wrong. Share. Yeah, we are learning. Yeah, share your ideas. Like you are a researcher, you want to publish your paper. So what quality should you have? Any ideas?
I think that to appreciate a good paper, you must first have your idea. Maybe it's supposed to be the same with it can be the same with the other they did, but you have the innovation. What's the specific or different thing that makes the people interested in your work. And if you have that idea, You just deep breath, know exactly what you want, and you get the real point that will give the reader that be interested in your so that this thing sound good. And then that way must have the key objectives that's different with the others that they need, an idea.
Anyone?
Well, it should have novelty, like a new book, something new.
Okay, let's see. First, in any skill, you need to develop your skill. Yeah, you're saying novelty. Should it be novelty? You should have the idea. But you have the idea, but you are unskilled. You have a lot of ideas, but you need to use the idea, right? The implementation, right? So you need to develop your skill first. So research can be two types. In general, it can be lab-based research. Say, for example, in chemistry. Say, for example, in pharmacy. Say, for example, medical research. It's lab-based. It's not for us like we are downloading from data from NASA and doing some research, not like that. So it can be lab-based research. Think about it. So if it is lab-based research, so you need to know how to handle the instrument. Like you are a doctor, you are doing research on COVID-19. You want to make vaccine, right? So you need to know about these tools. You need to know about this instrument and how to deal with this. What the science about it, right? It can be lab-based. Then I finish the analysis. Then you got the data, right? Even you can analyze in Excel. Just use some statistics. It's finished. But if you are in meteorology, whatever, even in meteorology, we have a lab-based, like you are doing research on air quality. Even can have lab-based, right? But it is not lab-based. Like I'm doing research on tropical cyclone. So I don't need to generate my data. I don't need to go to the lab and do research on it. Like NASA, like every region, tropical cyclone has track data. It can be global, like Joint Typhoon Center, then IB tracks, Indian Meteorological Department, different meteorological department has data. So I don't need to generate the data. I don't need to go to the lab. I just get the data. Then I need to have scientific skill. That means the computer programming, right? If you have the basic programming language, then whatever I can use MATLAB, whatever I use Python or any softwares. But I need to have the knowledge, right? Because I will use some statistics, I will use some mathematics, I will use some models. So model means algorithm, model means mathematics. That's a lot of equation, right? You will not calculate by your hands. So you need to write a code. Or you need to use a function that already made by Python or MATLAB. So you need to know how to deal with this. When you have, then you can, like you have the idea, then you are skilled. You develop a skill. Now you can implement your ideas, right? Like you have a lot of ideas, but you are unskilled. How to implement your ideas? You have the novel ideas, but you need to be skilled, right? Did you get it? Get my point? Yeah, should be novel. Research means something new, but you should have a skill, right? Or you are just going and coming and okay, I'm a researcher, but what do you have? Like everyone can pass, can have a degree, but what do you have extra? Like in my batch 2019, everyone passed the exam, right? And got the degree, but only one, who was me, published a paper within this time. In masters, we collaborate like 7 papers, another 7 or 4 papers under review. I established my organization. You have seen the research society. I'm doing things. So it's not like you are getting degree and okay, no, do something. So this is the skill. Anyway, now, whatever is lab-based research or without lab, now you have the results. You have the new ideas and you have implemented and you got the results. But you want to publish a paper in the international journal. So if like I publish in Bangladesh, if the language is Bengali, who can read? Only Bangladeshi people will read, right? You will not read, you will not understand. So I will submit in the international journal, so it will be in English, right? And, oh, sorry, what happened? Sorry, resume. Yeah, recording. Because some people are outside of China. Now, we can speak, we can use slang. Okay, you can have a grammar mistake, but we understand if you speak. Writing is not like that, what the way you speak. In academic writing, it should be standard. It should be grammar error free, right? It should be standard writing. International people will read your paper. So you have the results now. You got your results. Maybe you're from the meteorology. Use the UF. But what does it mean, the UF? You need to explain. You need to interpret your results. You got figure from Python, from MATLAB or R. But you need to interpret your results. Then you should have very good grammar. Okay, if you have excellent writing skill, it's fine. You are native or you have, it's okay, fine. But if you not have, test yourself. And take the IELTS. I took in 2016 before coming to China. Even I had the IELTS exam in February because I had planned to go Australia, but the COVID-19, everything has cancelled. But test yourself. Or if you don't want to take this test, however, you can take preparation this test, then you can develop a skill. Like in speaking, we can use many slang, informal words, but in writing should be formal. So you need to know which type of words you need to use. And the grammar structure. Otherwise, your paper will be plagiarized. Because you can't paraphrase. You copy from there and paste. No. It will kill you. That's the second thing, right? You finish. Like you develop a skill. Then you got the results. Then you have very good writing skill. Then you finish writing. Then the third one. What is it? Any idea? Academic skill. What does it mean, the academic skill? Like, you need to communicate with your journal editor. You need to send your cover letter, or you need to send a letter to editor. I will not show this part. Brother Arfan Ali will show that one. I know how to do that, but I will not show. Brother Arfan will show this part. The submission to proofreading, how to write a cover letter, how to submit, how to select the journal. Like, if you just publish your paper in fake journal, it called like predatory journal. You will not get. So you need to know which journal is best for you, right? Then response to your comments. I need to submit your paper. The more challenging here. Who have published paper, you know how difficult it was. When I published my first paper, oh my God, 4 reviewers made comment. Oh my God. And you need to explain, you need to answer their question. But you just like, okay, I did this, not like that. You have to give the support, your ideas, scientific question, the technique. They will ask a technical question. You need to answer their question. If they are satisfied, if the reviewer is satisfied, your paper will accept. So, in 3 skills if you have, then you can publish your paper. Clear? Develop a skill and the writing skill. At the end, we have a question. Okay? Now, we're learning this skill. So, we'll write our paper, right? So, do you know what the logical flow and structure of academic writing? What does it mean, the logical flow? Any ideas?
Pattern of different sections.
Mm-hmm.
Like from,
Can you give any example?
like from, let's say we do like introduction in the first,
Mm-hmm.
then we go to methodology, and then
Yeah, this is a structure. This is a structure, but I'm not talking about the structure. I'm talking about the writing.
Logical flow, like
Mhm.
when we are coding some past work and explanation with our work and analysis and putting the results, that logical flow that we are explaining and proving the facts.
Yeah.
One by one.
Yeah. Like, say for example, I'm doing research on tropical cyclone. So I'm writing my introduction. I'm writing tropical cyclone. I'm writing tropical cyclone. Then I'm saying about the climate change. Or maybe I'm putting different information like climate change impact on ecosystem. This writing is messy. Should be a logical flow. I'm talking about tropical cyclone. I will focus on my topic. Climate change is a big issue. Okay, it also can be connected with this tropical cyclone, but it should be connectively flow. There are some signposting, right? You are just putting, okay, you are taking some sentences from other papers and just putting, but there is no logical flow. Sometimes like, okay, I'm talking tropical cyclone, what I'm doing is very new. Then I'm talking, okay, research on tropical cyclone, this guy did this guy did this guy have finished this thing. We use however. That means, however, what I'm doing is new. This is a logical flow, signposting. Sometimes I'm using the tropical cyclone, this is the plural. I can use they. Or, sorry, we can use the this, the pronoun. Tropical cyclone, then I'm talking this made heavy rainfall. This means tropical cyclone. I'm not repeating the subject. Did you get it? It should be connectively flow. Just you are talking, okay, you are talking pop song, then you are talking, okay, another song, and just doing not like that. It should be focused on topic and should connectively flow.
But how about when you want to connect something with, let's say, the main topic, like this one, you said that climate change?
No. Even, okay, if I say the climate change topic, then okay, climate change maybe has impact on tropical cyclone, or from the climate change like sea surface temperature is maybe increasing. If the sea surface temperature is increasing, then more cyclone will occur, right? So you need to know how you connect with your topic. Paper writing is just storytelling. You have a good story, you are just telling a story. So this is a connective flow, logical flow. Did you get it? And what you should do and what you should not do, you need to know before I'm going to the practical session. How to write title, I will show how to write, but before you write, you need to know this thing. Like, you need to understand your reader. Who will read your paper? I used to say, genius doesn't mean you make complex. I used to say, genius means you make simple from complex. Then it's genius, right? So understand your reader, right? You are writing, okay, making complex, but maybe someone very beginner and will read your paper. Oh, you will not understand. Make simple. So everyone can understand, right? Understand your reader. Who will read your paper? Then logical presentation. That's I said. Information should be logically, one by one. One should be connected with another one. And you short sentence, one idea per sentence. Like you are started the sentence from here, you finish sentence here. And maybe it can be breakdown 3 sentences. You are giving more ideas is one sentence. Reader will feel headache. Oh. If reader will not satisfy, the reader will not cite your paper. So, don't make the long sentences so the reader will confuse. Then, this is one thing, this is the writing, what I said before. If you are not good enough in English, so test yourself, subject-verb agreement. That's not the grammar part. Be careful. Okay? Don't too much new information at a time. Like you are doing research means something new. You have the ideas, but you want to let the other people your ideas. But don't put too many information in one sentence and make confused. Make a short sentence and explain everything one by one so the reader will understand your paper, your ideas, then they will satisfy, they will cite your paper. Oh, even they will recommend others. Oh, this paper is very good. You can read this paper and cite this paper. Then don't assume your readers know what you know. Like you have the idea. Don't think, okay, I know this thing, reader also knows this thing. No. Don't assume. Say for example, you are using new term. You need to explain what is the new term mean. You don't assume, okay, I know this is very basic, okay, reader will know this thing. No, you need to explain or make notes. This thing is this is my new idea, and idea is like this. Don't use unnecessary words. Some words, you don't need it. Or maybe you write, okay, one words or the same words or similar words, it can be one words, can explain many things. So, in speaking, it's okay. If you took IELTS test or TOEFL test, any English test, informal is okay for the speaking test. You can use more slang, idiom phrase, more contraction, but in academic writing, say for example, in speaking, we use the contraction, right? Instead of cannot, use can't. When you use cannot in speaking, oh no, use can't. We use the have. That's mean instead of I have, isn't it? In speaking is okay, but in academic writing, don't use the contraction, don't use the informal words. Did you get it? Like in speaking, we often use the but in academic writing, we often use the however. Like in speaking, I will take your question, just make notes and ask your question, I will give time. No, I will not forget, make notes.
It's better if you comment, maybe.
Okay. So use the however. We often use therefore, but in speaking maybe so, like in speaking, okay, even in writing, we often use the complex sentence. We avoid the simple sentence or compound sentence. We always use the complex sentence. So we need to know the grammar, right? And what I said, use the simple words. Maybe you have very good like vocab, you know many words, but you find the simple words from there. And don't make it complex. What Einstein said, genius like make simple from complex. Right? Adapted from the Springer nature. This is not my words, from the Springer nature. Now the publication ethics. What the ethics? Like authorship. Anyone can be author in your paper? Anyone? What is the idea? Who will be author? Like you have a girlfriend, you have a wife, okay, my wife will be author. Is it?
Well, if she is like a scientist or a researcher, she could be.
Will be author. Any idea? Did you make your question? Yeah. At the end, because it's the logical progression. Like I'm giving lecture, so I will go logical flow like this one by one. So then I will take question one by one, right? Okay, any idea? Who will be author? Who will be author?
The the one who knows the idea, the one who did the analysis, most important.
Okay, say for example, I'm in meteorology, is okay, I also work on disaster management, etc., etc. I know these things. But some people from biological science can be author in my paper.
It depends on your work. Maybe sometimes.
Sometimes, but it depends on. Okay, say for example, it's totally biological science, not related to climate change. Just imagine,
Well, like,
does this guy from biological science, pure biological science, he doesn't do any research.
So he can't, like, because he has an
It depends on the purpose of that person,
Mm-hmm.
popularity of that person. It can be biology, but maybe many people
They said that
it's
because
popular
it
in one side.
No. Yeah, this is the question. Like even in my country, it happened. Like you did the research, but at the end, the dean of the faculty or the chairman of the department will take your authorship. No, this is not the case.
Yeah.
Like in my paper, if you see my paper, Dr. Kevin Cheng was author. He's from Macquarie University, Sydney, Australia. I will show. Just wait a few minutes. Dr. Kevin Cheng from Australia, Macquarie University. He is the author in my paper, and he's the third author, but I'm the first author. He said, Dr. Kevin from Macquarie, I'm the little guy, I will be a first author. What is that is? It doesn't mean that you have it doesn't mean the age. It depends on the knowledge. You read the work, you will be author. That's it. You say the popular, like, even in my country, or department chairman or the faculty of dean, I'm a senior person, I will be a first author, or I will be an author. However, he or she doesn't have the idea of this research. Even he doesn't know about the research. What is the content in this paper? Just put the name. No, it doesn't make sense. If you show this paper in future, you are applying for a job. This guy from pure biological science, how make collaboration? It will put your negative impact. You are applying for a fund. Oh, this guy is not from your background. Why you put their name? It doesn't make sense. Okay? Now let's talk. It should have significant contribution to the maybe in study design, maybe can give idea, even can give idea. Research is an idea, new idea. So right? Can be an idea. It's okay. Or data analysis, or writing, or revising the manuscript. It's fine. Any of the parts can have significant contribution. Then you can put his or her name. Okay? Who will be the first author? Did most of the work, have the idea, did the data analysis, he wrote the paper and revised the manuscript. He will be the first, wrote most of the paper. He will be the first author. Must, whatever your age. Just see. You see the Kevin Cheng, right? It's 3. What is the 3? You see, Australia. In my paper. He's a big guy, Laoban. So if it was like that, so I should be in the end. Even GC, wow. He's a big boss. He was a chairman of China Meteorological Association. He's a senior scientist at China Institute of Atmospheric Physics in China. And he was the dean of applied meteorology here. But his name is at the end. Like he has very less contribution on my paper. Did you get it? So it doesn't mean you should be senior, you should be popular, or etc. etc. No, these are ethics. Even in this paper, even there are some very senior, like most senior, even most experienced person, but however, I am the first author. This is a Springer journal. In Springer. Co-author. Before you write your paper, you need to think about this thing. You should have. Otherwise, he or she can claim, or like in every paper at the end, there is no conflict of interest. Who will be a co-author? Help to analyze data and wrote some of the paper. Okay, maybe help he or she help downloading the data, or he or she customized the data, or he or she gave some idea, or help some parts of the writing options, like he or she made contribution. Then he will be a co-author. He or she will be a co-author. Right? Now the big part will be the corresponding author. Head of the research group, like the big boss, like professor was the corresponding author. In every paper, your supervisor, your professor will be the corresponding author. But in reality, we did the work, but he's the low one.
Because there is a reason. He is guard,
I'm talking, even he have knowledge more than you. Like there is some scientific question, you can't answer, maybe he will help you to answer that question, right? Yeah, he's the low one. Even grandfather lab or understand the study, he or she will be a corresponding author. Not anyone you take and rather than popular, no. Even in my country, it happened. It's shame. This is also adapted from Springer Nature. This is not my words. So take this thing seriously. Big issue. Plagiarism. If you don't have very good grammar, you will copy from others and you just paste. No. Your paper will be rejected. Even your degree can be cancelled. Your degree can be cancelled. This is a new system in NUIST from 2019. Your thesis paper will go to the center and they will check how many texts you copied from others. Be careful. Your degree can be cancelled. So, copying published text. Then not citing the source. You are copying, but you are not citing the source. Not citing the primary source. Like I say, I adapted from nature, Springer Nature, or I put someone names, but you are putting my name instead his or her names, then this is not the primary source. You should cite the primary source. However, you cite the source, you cite the primary source, but it still can have plagiarism. Do you know why? Do you know why? Like, okay, you maintain the things. You cite my name, like you copied one or two sentences or ideas from my paper. You put my name. You also put the primary sources, okay, but however, it is still plagiarism. Do you know why? That's when you need the good grammar. You need to paraphrase. You need to change the sentence. What is your contribution? You can rewrite the sentence, ideas will be the same, but the grammar structure or vocabulary, you can use the different words, but you can't change the idea. Idea is the same, but you need to paraphrase. You need to rewrite the sentence. Otherwise, it's still the plagiarism. So, publishing paper is not, it takes time, it's a long process. This is the thing, you can paraphrase. Express ideas with synonyms, or rewrite the sentence. So, this is the...
So the previous one was, it was, you said paraphrasing. I think it was rephrasing something. Right?
What about rephrase, paraphrase, the same words, same thing?
Is like dividing into paragraphs.
No, not like the same words. You express the ideas with the synonyms. It can be rewrite, you can say rewrite, rephrasing, or paraphrasing. You're just changing.
Actually, I think this is a general term.
Yeah, general term is, but but in general, the idea is the same. You need to rewrite. That's it. Yeah, rewrite. This is also adapted from Spinoza nature. Now, what is the structure of a good paper? Share your ideas. Good paper. What is it? Yeah, anyone? Anyone? What is the good structure of a good paper? The general structure, whatever any fields, there is a structure. Any ideas? Mr. Vice President, any ideas?
I think the booklet must have all criteria of the paper.
No, I'm saying the structure. I'm not talking about the details. I'm talking about the structure. Like I'm a human being. What is my structure? I should have 2 hands. I should have 1 mouth, 1 nose, 2 eyes.
And the basic.
Yeah, this is the structure. I'm talking about the structure. So just give the list. What the structure? What the items should have on the good paper?
Start the title,
Mm-hmm.
introduction.
Mm-hmm.
That's the abstract of it, summarizing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Must have the data, method used to write that,
Mm-hmm.
that paper, analysis of it,
Mm-hmm.
and the summary.
Okay, let's see. My paper under review, I'm writing book. This is submitted. Maybe, hopefully, this is a COVID-19 slow process. So adapted from my paper, Odinatul 2020. I was writing a paper, book, how to write paper and how to publish paper. So with me, I'm the first author. 2 or 3 professors from Australia were writing this paper. So I got from there. So you can't copy this without citing, and anything will happen, then the conflict of interest. So this is a title. Any paper can have title. It's very basic. Then abstract. Yeah, we have the authorship after title, but it's not in the list yet. So abstract, then keywords, then introduction, then can have data or methods, like can be data, methods, model, etc., etc. You'll put there. Then you have the results and discussion. Sometimes you often result and discussion, you combine results together. It's up to you. You can separate or you can combine together and finish. Okay? Then summary or conclusion. Sometimes if you combine result and discussion, then we often use the summary and conclusion. Or if you have results, discussion, then finally you can put conclusion. Then we have the references, right?
Maybe
etc.
summary and recommendations. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Summary and recommendations sometimes we use.
Yeah, it depends, but it's a general structure. This is a general structure, right? There's some exception. We are not talking exception. This is a general structure of a paper. Now, we know we have title, abstract, introduction, data, methods, result, discussion, and summary conclusion. Now I'm going practical now. So, where should I start?
Well, from introduction.
Huh? Okay, let's see. What is the writing order? Now we know the basic things. We know the ideas, some important ideas, right? Now we know the structure of a paper. Now we have idea, everything has. But analysis has finished. Now we are going to write down. You will sit down, right? From where should you start? You need to know. Otherwise your brain will crack. You will confuse. You said the introduction. Anyone? He said from introduction. What is your idea? From title? No, title is
Actually, obviously, because it is comes from the start.
from the start. The title should have. Right? I'm talking of the writing.
Maybe
If you don't have title, how do you analyze the data?
maybe we can take the results first.
Actually, it comes from objectives first.
Mm-hmm.
When you draw your research question.
Like title and objective you have from the starting point.
Okay. So after that, you just start writing from your introduction literature review, where you have done a lot of this literature, summarize them and together and make a sequence of the story, like draw and make the structure of the story one by one.
Okay. You share that whatever is wrong or right, whatever. That's okay. Thank you for your ideas. Anyone? From abstract, you? Data and methodology. Anyone? Anyone? Who missed this class will cry later. Sure. You have to publish your paper. Be careful. And I'm giving this free, but sometimes you can't get this free. Like there is academic talk, you have to register. Okay. Here's the right. Should have the data and methods. Introduction is very difficult part. You often write at the end. Introduction, it should be a very good introduction, should have a story. That's what I said. You have to write is a logical way, right? So at the end, we write an introduction. Introduction means literature review. You have to read many papers and do the many things. So it's the most difficult part.
So how about results? Like
I'm coming. If your data and methods wrong, the results are wrong. So if you don't have data and methods, how did you get the results? So this is a logical progression. You first write the data and methods. Your data and the quality control, everything. You know how you analyze your data, right? Then which methods did you use? You need to explain everything for readers. Then results, or can be combined, results and discussion. Then finally come to introduction. This is the way you can write. Now, before you write, you need to discuss with the co-author. Maybe, okay, this brother said, okay, I will contribute on introduction. Okay, keep this part for him. Or someone said, okay, I will contribute on methods section. I'll write there. I understand very well this thing. So, always discuss with the co-author. Right? Better. But if only you and professor, that's fine. You write. Okay? Section by section. Okay, keep your time. Okay, today I will write data and methodology. Just focus one thing at a time. Then you could write, like, you have one thing, you concentrate your 100% attention there, right? Then if you concentrate on one thing, another thing, three things together, divided by 3, right? So you can't make like so it's better to write section by section. Then your paper will be good. Okay, today I will write data and methods. Just focus on data and methods and see everything, how it's going. Don't go rush. The paper writing. The primary kids will not read your paper. Some lab and scientists will read your paper. Whatever you raise, if you can publish a good paper, scientists from America will read your paper. Isn't it? Anyone can read your paper. That's it. So be careful. Revise after the first draft. It's better like what I did. In the first draft, then take rest. Sometimes watch movie. Or you can go outing, refresh your mind. Like in the first draft, you can make many mistakes, the common mistakes. Even some words or some, okay, after 2 days, oh, I did this thing, oh, it should be like this. Then you change. But initially your brain is like jam. It's a road, like the jam. The many colors are there. So, it's better you watch movie, or if you are a girlfriend or wife, you go outing and refresh your mind, then sit down. Oh, it's okay. Now, then you will find your common mistakes. Otherwise, if you submit to a professor, oh, you did this thing, it shouldn't be. Right? So, send after revising. Set deadlines. This is very, very important, right? Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, I have a presentation. The first PhD work, I will work on machine learning. I have to present to my professor. Then I set a deadline. I said by January I will finish another paper and submit. In October I will finish coding. November I will finish analyzing. By December I will write paper. By January I will revise and submit to the journal. You have the deadline. You should have deadline. Otherwise you will, okay, I'm doing this. You don't have deadline. So you will doing your year is finished. Oh, now I have to write my thesis. Huh? There is an option, I need to publish my paper. Otherwise I will not get degree. So you need to make a plan now. And make a deadline. I have 2 years in masters. I will finish analysis and everything I will learn by first year. Then second year I will start writing. Within 6 months I finish, then submit. You know sometimes some journals takes more than 1 year, you know that.
Yes.
So publication is a lengthy process. You don't know when it will come out. So it's better you can give at least 6 months. At least 6 months. So if you need like first journal, then you go MBPI. You have the professor funds. You get like there maybe 2 months. Within 2 months, it will publish. But other journals, at least 4 months. Like in Springer or elsewhere, it will take 3 months if you are lucky. But if your paper got rejected, that means 4 months finished, then send to another journal. It will be in editor, then editor send to reviewer, and this, blah, 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 it will take 1 year. So, set deadline. This is my real experience. This is my real experience. This is another thing. You know, the morning is the best. What I did in the morning, when I write paper, no, I choose morning is the best. I'm a Muslim. After prayer, you can have a coffee and tea. Okay, you are very like refreshed mind. You sit down and think. Then you can have a good idea. Right? Even you need a very quiet place to write a paper. You are thinking, idea. Paper writing is a making story. It's idea. So you need a very good brain. Right? Okay, practical session. Now, if you have question, I will answer. Then after breaking time, like after tea, we'll go for practical. Now I will tell you how to write title, abstract, introduction. I will go one by one. I will show you in practical. But now, if you have any question, please raise your hand. Ask your question. I will try to answer your question. Yeah, brother. You're the first one. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. My question about the language started at the first step.
Just tell me why. Here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Maybe you want to go English because it's international. Means that somebody, like maybe me, I'm from Russia, I will use my Russian language. I'm perfect with it. I can't use it because it's for the local language.
Mm-hmm.
Because you say that maybe you want to publish for international degree for many people. Means that your idea, because I write in my local language, is not be good.
No, if it is international journal, the language should be English. It's mandatory. Like, if you want to publish your paper within your country, maybe every country has some journals with their own language. Then you can publish your own language, but it's limited to reader. Only within this community will read your paper. I will not read your paper. You will not read your paper. I will not understand your paper. I don't know Russian. I don't know Bengali. Like I'm Bengali, I know Bengali, but he doesn't know Bengali. Even I don't know about Urdu. The brother from Pakistan, his language is Urdu. He knows some, oh, I don't know. What is this? It's maybe puzzle. need to take this test. What I say, if you have very good, like somebody have very good writing skill, it's okay, it's fine. Maybe you're native or you have the good writing, but it's very little, you know. Maybe 100% you have the 5% has a very good writing. If you're not native, so you test yourself. You are saying, I'm a very good runner. You test and play with others and run. How you are a runner, right? You test yourself.
This is also the part of the job. It is not beyond the part of the job. It is included in that.
Yeah, even. Okay, thank you. Then.
Another about the journal. About the journal, there is a fake journal and
Okay.
a good journal.
Okay. What I said, brother, Arfan will focus. I know this thing, but if I show this thing, brother, it overloaded. Brother Arfan will show this thing. So I don't want to, but if you want to know, you come to my room, I will show personally, but I don't want to show here because brother Arfan will focus on this.
Actually, some parts he has already mentioned in this last lecture, in the first lecture.
Okay.
Another is you mentioned about unnecessary words.
For what?
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary words.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right?
That one. Don't use.
Yeah.
Unnecessary words. What do you mean by unnecessary words? I don't understand. For me, maybe I'm writing, I'm seeing that is necessary. And the reader writes that this is unnecessary. I don't get it that point. Say this is unnecessary words.
Like. Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to include. Maybe I will include. This is the common problems. Say, for example, in introduction, think about abstract. I'm coming to abstract. Abstract should be very concise. In abstract, you just need to write objective, like maybe justification or background, objective, method, results. If you have conclusion, this is the structure. This is not introduction. In abstract, it should be very concise. Some journals say should be within 200 words.
250 words.
250 words. So you are writing some general issues. Like in introduction, you say climate change is going this thing, and these guys said this thing, these guys they said this is not abstract. These are unnecessary words. Yeah, if you have the very good idea you want to describe, come in the introduction. Even in introduction, it should be logical follow. What I said, I'm working on tropical cyclone, but at the end, I'm focusing on other topics. It doesn't make sense. I'm working on tropical cyclone, but at the end, I'm talking about the drought. You know the drought? Drought of water scarcity. How can you make relation with tropical cyclone and drought? These are unnecessary. Did you get it? You should have the specific points. You should describe. You don't need to add which you don't need. Even it's not related to your topic. Did you get it? You're working on aerosol. We are talking about another topic. Is it necessary to talk about? No. So focus on the specific. These are unnecessary. Even there is some words like in grammar. I can't remember now. Some words we have is very informal. In academic life you don't use. Or maybe you have proverb like in speaking, you use many slang. You know the slang, you use the proverb different. You have the different language, you add them, but in writing, no. This is the thing. That's why you need to test, if you test the answers, you need to remove this thing. You know with the unnecessary words, with the repetitive words, there's the list.
And then the last is about the complex words and the
Yeah, complex words like okay, let me see one verse. Can you give one synonym, like it's very simple word. We will always know another like
Like we say, this graph shows, while we can also say this graph exhibits. So exhibits is like a complex word. but-
no. It's simple.
Once you understand it,
Uh, words. Okay, in the tea break time, I will find one word. Like there is a simple one, most common words. It has also the unknown words, but this is a synonym. This is called the synonym. Synonym, like using the same word has synonyms, but the other synonyms are not popular or not common, right? Then you need to find your dictionary. What is this? That's why this is the complex words. Like you have one word, but it has 10 synonyms. 10 synonyms, one word can have, right? Or 5 synonyms, right?
that is just different words so that
No, different words, but think about which one is common.
and if it can't be common, it will be fragile.
Hmm?
It will be fragile. It will be fragile. Repetition of the words. If I use the same small word, if I use the one word, and this lady also use that word, and another one, if you go to the fragile, you see that already that word is.
No. This is not plagiarism. What I say, you are not writing. Even you can use the same word, but you need to paraphrase. You know that? Okay, give me the. Okay, I will give you one example. Like, you know the structure of a complex sentence, right? I'm using like starting though. Is the subordinate clause. There should be comma. Then the principal clause, isn't it? This is my sentence. What I will do, I know the structure of a grammar, though I can give in the middle. I can start from principal clause, then I put though in the middle, then maybe some of the words I change or idea on the change. It's finished. Even I don't want to use though. I can use although or as if. There is an option. Like what I say, you can paraphrase, you can change the structure of the sentence.
There is an option in Microsoft Word like synonyms.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
So if you are not in good grammar, then you will write the same sentence. Yeah. Any other question, President? Brother, any questions?
For me, it's okay. Maybe others.
Okay. Any other question?
So you said like first like some short words like we use mostly in the start like so, like or this one.
No.
So they are like are they like unscientific or
Okay, let me show you. You are talking about so, right?
yeah like so.
This is the compound sentence. You need to know the grammar. So, you know the bad boys. In grammar, I was a teacher in English. Bad boys mean but, and you know this thing. So, but and then bad boys. Oh, fanboys. Sorry, not bad boys. Fanboys. It should be fanboys. Okay, so it's fanboys. This is for so, isn't it? This is a compound sentence. For, and, not, but, or, yet. Say for example, yet. Yet has two structure. It can be positive, can be negative. So I'm not teaching now grammar. So if you use the so, what is the structure of the compound sentence? So should be like here. So like one sentence, then comma, then so. You can also use, without so, you can use semicolon. This is a grammar. But what I say, if you make long sentences, like you study from simple sentence, then the complex sentence, then compound sentence, then we use also punctuation. You know the punctuation, the semicolon, sometimes comma, or sometimes we use the dash. This is called the apposition. I know this grammar. I took the IELTS. I was a teacher. There is also the apposition. You know the apposition? Yeah, apposition. You can use a dash, comma. So, like you study from there, finish here. Oh, long sentences, more than like 70 words. And you gave more information or more new information at a time. So how I will understand this sentence? That's why it says, break down the sentence and make a short sentence and make it more readable, more understandable. Don't put pressure on reader's mind. Otherwise, the reader will, this paper, go away, will not cite your paper.
Actually, we need to focus on when we are writing, that how it will look to a reader, not as our mind, because our mind is also like a scientific, like a researcher's mind. But we need to focus that when we are writing, that it is a reader's mind now.
Yeah. Like what my professor said, you pretend you are a reader. Even sometimes I pretend, okay, I'm a reviewer. If I am a reviewer, what I'm thinking, what of the question can come, right? Then you need to pretend, okay, I'm a reader, I'm reading this paper. Forget yourself. This is the thing to improve your paper, improve your writing. Writing is another skill. So for a researcher, you need to have many skills. You need to improve. Okay, thank you. Okay, now the practical session, how to write, right? This is a title. The title should be concise, specific, accurate, attractive, and not too long. Like your title, one paragraph. Oh no. It should make concise, make accurate, be specific. Be specific. Don't mix tropical cyclone drought together, no. But you can, but you need to make a relation. You need to connect. Then attractive. How can you make attractive? You can use some keywords. Keywords are new, like, so for example, most of people know TRM, trim. I'm using the machine learning. In my title, I put machine learning. Oh, machine learning? Oh, machine learning. I did this paper. Okay, I'm working on trim data. Oh, even you can put your keywords in title.
AI.
Because people will search. There is an algorithm. The machine learning will classify, like you are typing, then the computer will search these words. Or you are working on drought. I can put SPI or SPEI or PAID. Then, oh, I need this paper. Because I'm working on this. Did you get it? So you can also put the keywords and make it attractive. And think about it and pretend how reader will search your paper. Did you get it? Think about it. This is another politics in research. This is a politics you need to know.
Actually, this also matter with the recent trends
Yeah.
around you.
Yeah.
Scientific word
Yeah,
that
it's
you
also.
need to put in your title.
Yeah, like this, like machine learning is very new in tropical cyclone research. My professor said, okay, you keep going on machine learning. I finished one paper and I will present. So I'm using the machine learning. Machine is the hot topic now. I will submit, oh, machine learning will publish paper. You know, this thing. So you need to know this thing. What is like trend is going on. Right? This is the thing. This is one example. This is, the American Meteorological Society, very top journal. I followed this paper. You see, the same paper I did over Bay of Bengal. In my master's, professor said, you don't need to publish top journal. You need to learn fast. You just reproduce one paper, top paper. Like this paper was published in Info like around 8. Mine is 2.5. Maybe Brother Arfan will tell you the nobility. It's only nobility that I did in Bay of Bengal and he did in United States of America. But method is the same. That's why it's not not new. There is nobility, but only the area. But the method is the same. There is not nobility. Like that's why I published in 2.5, and he published in 8. Yeah? Maybe, or it's more than 5 or 6. Okay, so it's top journal, but this one is 2.5 something. But what professor said, start from the law, develop a skill. Then you see, if you see my paper and figure is the same. He did in MATLAB, I did in NCL, but I reproduced. He didn't give me the code. So I had to produce this code. It took 1 year and 6 months. For me, because I'm the beginner, and this guy is a scientist from NOAA. Can you see the profile? You see, from NOAA. You see, from NOAA, so he's a big scientist. So it was not simple to analyze, but I did. So you can see the title. What I said, you also use the keywords, stream, satellite data, and be specific. Precipitation contribution of what? Use the preposition of tropical cyclones. That it does make sense now. Okay, precipitation contribution for what? Of tropical cyclones. If you just write precipitation contribution in the southern extent of water, what is the precipitation contribution? The contribution. Then says of tropical cyclones. That means the precipitation made by tropical cyclones. Make accurate. Be specific. You can also use your keyword. You also put the time, also the area. You can write different way, but think about it and make it attractable. Another one, this under review, accepted. I also follow this the second paper in my master's 2 papers. I use the Fourier decomposition method, asymmetries. I also use the Fourier. This guy used MATLAB, I use NCL. That's it. This submitted to Dynamics of Atmosphere and Oceans, LSP or something. These 2 papers. Another, like I have a personal paper, 6, 7 papers on drought, etc. Another topic. Also, you see effects of what effects? Effects of vertical wind shear and stop motion. You see the sentence. What effects? Effects of vertical wind shear. So in our area, we always have vertical wind shear. You need to know the words. Like in my area, if I work on tropical cyclone, we always focus on, okay, vertical wind shear, vertical wind shear. I will search my paper related to vertical wind shear. When you search, your paper will come. Stop motion, I will also search stop motion. Then I also search on tropical cyclone because I'm using, okay, I work on tropical cyclone, but be specific rainfall. I just play with rainfall. So I always search with tropical cyclone rainfall. This paper will come. And I will download this paper and I will cite this paper. Did you get it? So title should be attractive and think about it. You can also put the keywords. You see, also put the trim. Trim is like very high resolution rainfall data, and most of them we use that one. When you search trim, the paper will come. This is the algorithm. You also search asymmetries. the Fourier decomposition method, we always start the assembly. So think about your field and think about the keywords and the idea, then you make a very attractive title. Now, you can share your ideas. What the list of items and abstract? What the structure of abstract? Anyone can share the ideas. What is the structure of abstract?
What's the problem?
Before we talk about the structure of a paper, now I'm going deep. And now I'm going inside. What is the structure of abstract? I'm doing the anatomy. This is a human being, now I'm doing the anatomy. So, what is the structure?
What's the stating of the problem?
Mm-hmm.
And then what the previous results or previous conclusion why they're in the research.
Mm-hmm.
And new, if something new you can gonna use, if there is new data, new technology, new methodology,
Mm-hmm.
then your findings, results, and summarize in the end.
Anyone? You already submitted your paper. Yeah, I'm also with all of them. So, what the structure of abstract?
Well, in the structure of abstract, I will not be in order, of course.
Okay, just share your ideas. It can be right or wrong, whatever. We are learning,
Oh,
right?
okay.
We are discussing.
Well, in abstract, you give out the output of the whole paper, how it is. Like you can put in some the findings that you have got in the abstract. That way, the results that you have, they should appear in the abstract. They should be seen there. You can also include the methodology that you used to get your results in the abstract also.
Hmm.
Yes.
Anyone?
Apart from the mentor.
Hmm?
Apart from
Yeah, just share your ideas. It's okay. You need to know this thing. Then you can write over. Yeah, it's better to come the answer from PhD student.
Abstract is like you can say it's the summary of the conclusion, like we write at the end of the paper.
Yes, but I want to know the list, the structure.
Structure is like first we discuss, just give a few lines about the background of the study,
Then,
and then we little mention about the method maybe sometimes, and then we just come to results, and maybe at the end maybe kind of give some suggestion for future study.
it is correct. But let's look. It also adapted from my book. So, these are generally structured, but some scientists don't put this background. It's also fine. They start from objective. I'll show you the example from the paper. But these are generally structured. You give your background with justification. Why you have done this research? But what I said in abstract, maybe within 200 words. So be careful, make concise, maybe one sentence. Or can be 2 sentences. Finish. At the very end of writing, we write the abstract. At the very end, everything has finished, then we write the abstract. And make it very concise. Because, your paper will go with whom? With editor first. Editor will first look the title and abstract. If the editor think, okay, from the abstract, yeah, it's good. Then you go to the paper, right? But he will see everything, he or she will see everything. But first attraction is in abstract. If it is very good abstract, then you play. The paper will go smoothly. Okay, then editor will send to the reviewer, right? the first impression. Make first impression in abstract. So justification, then you just 1 or 2 objectives, then what the methods, results, and some people give the conclusion or recommendation and he says suggestion is okay, but some people don't, it's okay. But these things are must. These 3 things are must. Objectives, methods, and results. 3 must. Did you get it? 3 must. Some people omit this one. Also omit this one. It's fine. But 3 should be there. Okay, let's say.
One thing about this in abstract. What do you mean by like including?
Okay, let me show you. Let me show you. This is my paper. I will show you here. So I don't want to show mine and see the another paper. So for example, from this paper, read. This guy started from the objective. Did you get it? Then he say using this, you see, then come the methodology, the data and methodology, you see? You need to find out the structure. He started from objectives. Then he's saying what? From there to there, what? Data and methods. Did you get it? Then he's saying results. This results is coming, right? Finish. What I said, 3 things must. Objectives, data methods, results, key findings, finish. See other papers. You see? He said the background from here to here, saying the background with justification. Then he's saying this study uses similar approach to investigate the, like you're saying, the methods. Then you're also telling the methods, you see. Then this is the results. Did you see? It started from the like background with justification. Then he said the methods. Then he's saying it can be written like result shows that, or you can just describe. So it means the results. He's saying, okay, you see the wave number 1, maximum rainfall has to be downshare left, northern hemisphere, downshare right in the southern hemisphere. These are the results. These are common. You see, read this. Is giving the suggestion in the for future, like depends on this thing. So when I will research on this thing, then okay, 6 oceanic basins. So I need to keep in mind, okay, this guy said it should be like this. It's also the recommendation or suggestion, or maybe the conclusion is fine. Different people express their ideas different. But you need to understand the sentences. You need to understand the meaning of the sentences. So he followed everything, right? Background, justification, objective, method, then results, and conclusion or suggestion. These are generally structured. But 3 is common. Objective, then data matters, then results. This is a common.
So which one is better, whether giving conclusion or suggestion?
It's up to you. Even I said you can omit. Let's see my paper, what I did. This paper from assignment, you know the assignment? In applied meteorology, I had one course paper on drought. So I had a plan, I did to publish my paper. Because I was targeted to go Australia. So I need paper. So at the very beginning, I was thinking I need to publish paper. It was the assignment. This now, you see, you will not find my professor there. This is my personal paper. It is Arabian Journal of Geoscience. This is Springer Journal. It took almost 1 year and 4 months. What I said, sometimes it's a long process. It's Springer. It's simple factor 1.5 something. You see? Brother, it depends on. It depends on. But 3 things is mandatory. Even we have another paper in Elsevier Journal, Atmospheric Research. Me, Wahed Bhai also there. This is our collaborative paper. You know the Sanjit Kumar Mandal? Yeah, Sanjita is the paper. Even you see, at the end, read this line. Basis for developing drought adaptation measures for South Asia. That's why you are doing research on drought. You need to think about this recommendation or suggestion.
So is it like something that if you want to do something else, so you are already telling your...
Yeah, of course. I'm doing research on drought. I have this paper on drought. Another paper is accepted, the Journal of Meteorology and Atmospheric Physics. Meteorology and Atmosphere is a good journal in Springer. It's also accepted. Maybe it's not the COVID-19 is slow. Maybe within 1 month or 2 months it will be. Like studying my PhD, my 2 papers will come out very soon. So my PhD will be finished within 2 or 3 months. It's finished. But I want to dig more. This is the thing. When you have this idea, you can write your paper. If you don't know the structure, then you are just running here and telling, brother, help me, this. No. Please sit down. If you have the scientific skill, you are done. Then think about the language, the English. If you don't have, sit down and learn. Don't rush, go here and here. No. Like I was sitting down in my lab every time from morning to like late night. Sometimes it's 11 p.m. I came from the lab. From 2017, I didn't go back home till now. I'm developing my skill. When I came here, I didn't know anything. I was zero. So you need to spend your time. It's not easy. You need to spend your time. You need to do the hard work. That's what my professor said in Chinese. Genius comes from hard work. You need to do hard work. Abstract is finished. Kaila, haula. Huh? Fei Shang Hao. Yeah, in my paper, I also showed here the background, the aim of the method, then results. Clear? Then keywords. Any idea about keywords?
The most repeated words in the manuscript.
Keywords. And how many keywords you can use in your paper? How many keywords? Is there any limit? You can put 100.
5 or
So,
6 maybe.
even it depends on the what is the general requirement? Yeah. 6, 8.
8.
And maybe minimum 4.
5 or 6.
Okay, let's see the results. Keywords. Why you need the keywords? What I said, you search with keywords. Right? Then it will help you find your paper. Especially get more citations. So think about it like now I'm using, what the title, I put the title, Statistical and Machine Learning Approaches. Oh, from those guys from statistics, we'll search with statistics. Those guys interested in machine learning is a hot topic, we'll search the paper, then my paper will come out. Think about it. what the trend is going, right, in your field. And we often use the semicolon to separate the keywords. Is the semicolon. And this is the answer. More, greater than 10, no. It's like 4, 5, 6, 7, that's it. Because in paper, it has only one line. Within one line, like, you need to occupy your keywords. If it is 100, oh my God. It's a one paragraph, not keywords. See, this is from my paper. It should be separated by semicolon. But you also need to see the journal requirements. You need to read the author guidelines before you submit your paper. Now, I put the empty pyramid structure. Maybe you don't have idea. What is the item for introduction? What is the list of items? What is the structure of introduction? There is also one empty pyramid structure. I will tell you what the empty pyramid structure. But just focus on the introduction. What is the structure of introduction? And I will finish by any idea?
First, you start from the wide study on the topic that you are conducting, and then putting on in the text, right? And then coming to summarize to your specified point. They're where you are working, so it is like concise, better.
Anyone?
An introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in introduction we put also the background, like related to previous study, the previous studies related to what you are doing.
Mm-hmm.
And also you also include like the motivation. Of that study also include the introductions. Yeah.
Then? Yeah, going well, yeah. Then? This is a logical progression, yeah. Then?
Maybe just one motivation there. I also include like especially specific like what the research would try to scope out. Yeah. Also.
Okay. From page student, yeah.
Well, the first thing is you give the first like a general introduction about the subject, the title of subject actually you want to focus on. So and then you try to
Speak loudly, so
Okay.
I'm recording.
The second part, like we try to explore, different studies about the subject. And in the third, in the third part, we go to the issues or gaps in that subject. And in the fourth part, like we try to build our hypothesis based on those gaps. Like we want to work on like something left by like previous studies. So we take it as our objective.
Okay, thank you. And let's see the anti-pyramid. In pyramid, highest one the more energy, right? Peak, isn't it? But in paper writing, anti-pyramid. Pyramid, focus in this is a primary, secondary, tertiary, you know this thing, right?
Yes.
In a biological and an ecosystem. But in paper writing, we use the anti-pyramid structure. Anti-pyramid means this is not the peak here. This is the primary energy you will get from there. So this is a structure like, yeah, it's right. Overview of the problem. Like, you should know, what is the problem? What is the problem? Now, why is the topic important, right? Why are you doing the research? What is the significance, right? Why it is necessary to investigate, right? Then motivate the readers. So one paragraph or can be 2 paragraphs. It's fine, but it's 1 paragraph. Most of the people wrote in 1 paragraph. But in 2 paragraphs is okay, but it should be logical progression. So that's why I said introduction is very difficult, and we often write at the end. Should be very concise, you know. Even sometimes I take 3 or 4 days to write introduction. It should be connected or make a good story one by one. Then the relevant previous words. Here the justification. Like what have already been done. This guy did this thing. This guy have done this thing. This guy have done this thing. You need to explain. And you need to explain their results. And what is the problem? What is the limitation, right? You need to discuss here. What have not been done yet? That's when you are telling, okay, this thing have done already. But what I want to do, it has not investigated yet. You are just telling, okay, without citation, without reference, right? You are telling, okay, I am doing this, and this is the new. What is justification? What is justification? You need to give reference, citation. Okay, this guy did this thing, did get this. Like, say for example, if you're sending paper to me, if it is related to tropical cyclone, I know how many papers in tropical cyclone rainfall in the world, how many people read the world, because I read the paper. And I already published the paper. Like, when I submitted the first paper, I missed 3 or 4 papers. I didn't know, maybe I searched, but I didn't find. But if you are saying, you missed this paper, 3 papers, read them and cite them.
Maybe his own.
No, not his own. Not in your field, you know. You read papers, 50 papers, 100 papers, you know what you missed. So be careful. The reviewer is expert.
Sometimes reviewer, they give suggestions, but they act like they are like their own papers.
Yeah, it's okay, but we need to be careful. We need to be careful, right? We need to be careful. What has not been done. But if it has already done, so your paper will not publish. There is no new. There's no novelty, right? That's why you need to check. Like in the first paper, before submitting 1 month, professor said, hey, 1 paper from India, 1 guy has published the paper. Read the paper and see if something like the same from your research. Then I just reboot and they said, no, it's not the same. Then I submitted. You know that? Yeah, you need to check before submission. Like 15 days ago that has published. Now you are submitting the same thing.
How it could be like the same 100% same?
Not 100%, but method.
Yeah.
The method, even there's more similarities.
Method is
Like say for example, you're using mankind trend test to see the trend for rainfall in Pakistan. You want to use the season, but you also done the seasonal analysis. It can be same, my brother. It's coincidence. It can be. Even maybe more than 90% similarities. Oh, this means it has done. What is the limit?
At least 1%.
No, but we need to check. We need to check.
Because they don't know that you have been doing unintentionally or intentionally.
Yeah, but we need to check. This is a justification. Yeah. That's why I said in paper, don't assume. Don't assume. Yeah, this is a justification. Then you have justification. Then you can put your goal, what I said, the objective. Right? Objective to find your answer. Then sometimes we omit this thing. And some researchers also use this hypothesis. The hypothesis or research questions. It depends on. Then outline of your paper. And most of the writer give the outline. It's good. The reader will understand and which section will you discuss and which topic. It's better to give the outline. Let's see the practical example. This is also from my book. What is the problem? I give the first bracket with the quotation because I copied the same from my paper. So if you copy from the same, if you didn't paraphrase or rewrite, then use the first bracket and give the quotation mark. This is the quotation. I adapted from, you also, this is my paper. So, what I did, overview of the problem, I did research on tropical cyclone rainfall contribution. So now I'm discussing overview of the problem. I said, okay, this guy said 7% global tropical cyclone took place in North Indian Ocean. My area was Bay of Bengal, isn't it? From 7%, 5% occurred in Bengal. Then I'm coming. Who said? I put the citation here. This is not my word, but I paraphrase, I have rewritten, right? Then I say, you see, cyclones, this pronoun, it should be logical. This thesis, even you can make like, you don't need to repeat, so you can make like acronyms. You define first, then use the same thing. Like Bay of Bengal, I will not use Bay of Bengal anytime. I use BOB. This is a writing style. You can make acronym first, then you don't need to repeat the long. You write BOB, then okay. Then I'm also saying this cyclone, 75% causalties. I'm not giving my importance of my topic. Why am I doing the research? 75% causalities caused enormous loss of lives in the Bay of Bengal. And who said? I give the citation. Especially freshwater flooding that caused by thesis rainfall and major disaster for the coastal population in the BAB. Then I put the citation. It's not my word. Therefore, you see the logical progression? Therefore, further understanding of the thesis rainfall contribution of BOB is essential for the purpose of it. Now I'm making like what is the problem and why the topic is important, and I'm giving the motivation. That's why I need to do the research. Maybe your field is different, so think about it. What's the problem? And then you give each thing, okay? Like you see, relevant previous works. What have already done? And what have not been done, and justification of research, you see? So, think about it. So, think this is a globe, the whole world. This is Arabian Sea. These are Bay of Bengal. But this is a globe. There are 6 basins for tropical cyclone. So I'm coming one by one. I'm saying here in the global basis, what have been done? I'm saying in globally, this guy, this thing. Then Bay of Bengal is a part of North Indian nation, right? Then I'm telling, you see, 3 dots mean here, there is a sentence more. Is okay? Then I'm saying, for the NIO basin, this is the North Indian Ocean. I'm coming one by one. I'm saying, okay, globally has done this research. Then I'm saying North Indian Ocean. You see, however, because my research on tropical cyclone rainfall, this is rainfall contribution. However, the frequency rainfall asymmetry BOB have invested in this thing. I'm saying this. This is a rainfall asymmetry, not rainfall contribution. My title was rainfall contribution. So I am saying, okay, this thing, you see. And I'm also give what they find. What they found, right? What was the key findings? You need to also also tell them, okay, they found this thing, right? Now I'm coming BAUB now. So it's global finish. And the northern dimension, now I'm there. First, you need to focus in global basis. How many people have done this work? Then you come to your region. Then I'm saying, okay, the BOB, this, you see? Although the losses along with this, the rainfall, total rainfall in this region has not been specifically identified. Now I'm justifying my research with reference, with citation. This is the thing. Then you can give objective, like different people give the different objective, different style. Let's see. You see? You're saying the focus of the study is coming. Then in this work, we are interested in the contribution of tropical cyclones. This saying, different people express their objectives in different ways. You get it? Like in my paper, what I did, you see, even you can give directly the objective. So this is the way you can do at the end. Then we give the outline of your paper. Like this rest of a paper organized, the data and method is section 2 or section 3 and 4. So the reader will know, okay, I need to go to the section 4 if you want to know this thing. It's there. You can give outline. You see the paper. Saying this paper organized as follows. See the another paper. You see? Next section, TC motion will be this. So you can give the outline. It's up to you. So it depends on the writer. You see? They finish with objective, with the question. You see? This study focus on analysis. This is objective. So these are general structure. You can give outline or not, but the necessary part is there. This one must. Also must.